guys, it's Stacy with Chapter Chicks, and I'm here with my A&P May review, which was to read a romance with a twist, and the twist I picked was a paranormal twist. So for that, I picked The Iron Daughter, which is the second one in the Iron Fae series. First, some information on this series. There is 4 books in the series. The first one is called The Iron King, second one, Iron Daughter, and then the third one is Iron Queen, and then the last one is Iron Knight. They're all already out. And then plus, Julie Kagawa has made a sequel series, which is called The Iron Fae, Call of the Forgotten, and the first one's called The Lost Prince. It's already out as well, so if you want to check that out. Like I said, this is the second book in the series, so if you have not read the first one, The Iron King, then do not watch this review. I will be the first to admit that I went completely fangirl crazy over the first one, and I hate using that word, but there's no other way to describe my feelings for the first one, because people use the fangirl term like it's a dirty word, and it's like, it just means that you're passionate about something. There's nothing wrong with having passion in your life, so I don't know why people act like being a fangirl is such a bad thing. It's being true to the promise that she made with Ash, that if he helped her get her brother back and defeat the Iron King, that she would then go back to Winter Court willingly with him. So this one starts off right there. Megan and Ash are going back to the Winter Court. She has to face the Winter Queen. Now back in the Winter Court, Megan then gets abandoned by Ash, which she really hates, and plus on top of all of that, she has lost connection to her fairy powers, so she's just kind of cut off from her own magic, and there's nothing she can really do. Megan and Ash try to explain to Mab what has happened, but of course nobody has seen the Iron Fae except for Megan and Ash, so Mab doesn't really believe them. So they're in a lot of trouble in the very beginning of the book. That's all I'm going to say on the plot. Now for my thoughts on the book. I thought it was decent. I think some of the appeal of the first one kind of wore off a little bit for me on this one. The beginning, it was good. It was the high-paced action to turn pager that you can't put it down. But the middle gets very slow and it gets very cheesy. Like some of the things that were cute in the first one are not cute anymore. Like unnecessary events happen in the book just for romantic cheesy scenes. Like chapter 21, I did not enjoy chapter 21 at all. I thought it was like, come on, seriously, that's just so cheesy, and it has nothing to do with the plot. We shouldn't even be here. It's just excuses for things to happen that don't need to happen right now, and it was just cheesy. I didn't like that chapter at all. I think that chapter should have been cut out completely. As for the characters, I established in the first one that I am Team Puck. I love Puck. Maybe I think that has to do with the fact that every time I try to picture Ash, I can't get a clear picture of him at all for some reason. Every time I picture him, I see a cartoon, like one of those like Avatar cartoons. And I just can't picture him. I just can't picture him clearly, and I don't know why, but all the other characters in the book I can see as clearly as if they're standing in front of me. All in all, it's a decent book. It's not as good as the first one at all, but there still was some things in it that I really did enjoy, and I am looking forward to reading the third one. Almost everybody I've heard talk about this book has said it's the worst one in the series, and not to stop with this one because it is not on the level as the other books in the series are. Especially DM26, he does a really funny review over this one. He hated this book so much with the passion, and he just goes on and on and on. So if you did not like this book either, and you want to see somebody blatantly express their feelings for you, really should go. I'll put a link to his review below because he's just funny in that review. I love it. Even though I have different opinions on the book than he does, it's still a really funny review. Some things I would like to see for the third one to get it back going is she needs to cut down on some of the cheese. I mean, I love a good gooey romance scene like anybody else does, but there's a fine line between just too much and just enough, and she crosses that sometimes in this one. Romances in it are fun and lovable, and you just want to go deeper and deeper into them, but sometimes I feel like she shoves the romance in your face when you really don't want the romance in your face, and she puts these scenes in there that are just clearly scenes to get characters together, and it has really nothing to do with the plot or the missions they're on in the story, and I just think it takes away from the story. Also, I would like to see the characters develop a little bit more. They are developing, and it is slow, their development process, and I am trying to keep in mind that this is just supposed to be a fun, light YA series. It's not supposed to be a serious book. It's just supposed to be like YA candy, something that you can enjoy. But I just would like to see a tad bit more development in the characters. So I would say that if you like the first one, then definitely read the second one, but be warned, it does get a little dull, and it's not as fun as the first one was at all. But again, I've heard the series picks up, so don't fret over this one. But if you did not like the first one, then I would say don't continue on it with the series at this point, because if you didn't like the first one, you're not going to like this one. But when I've read all of them, I will do a series review and let you know my thoughts on the entire series and if I recommend the series as a whole. So yeah, this is Stacy with Chapter Chicks, and I hope you guys enjoyed the review because these chapters are for you. Bye guys.